Good evening. This video is in reply to a comment by a gentleman called Lukesh Pathak, and he says in the comments of one other of my videos called Finding the True Guru, Real Spiritual Teacher. So the comment reads like this: Hi, the title was Finding the True Guru, but it was all about not finding a false guru. I myself am in search of a true one, but could not find till now. Have you found one? Please tell me. Well, first of all, thanks for listening to my other video and understanding it, paying attention, and also thanks for being such a nice person, much wiser than me, because I started looking for a true guru a few decades ago, and in the beginning I just didn't think much about it. Apparently, you give it much more thought, and even you look for information on the internet. So, anyway, yes, actually, that video about the guru was quite incomplete. First of all, second of all, yes, I have a new exciting information in this regard, but I didn't feel the need to make another video because apparently this topic is not very popular on the internet. All my other videos about ayahuasca and about ancient civilization have thousands of views, while the videos about the guru hardly have any. Anyhow, so first of all, I will start with a very interesting story. That happened to me just recently, probably a month ago. I was attending a 3-day meditation retreat in Central Europe, and over there, by pure chance, I got to speak with one other gentleman in the group. He was also there, sitting all the time, not looking special in any way, not talking at all, I would say. Basically, he made the impression during the 3 days of a very much ordinary person from some pretty remote or rural area in Central Europe. And towards the retreat, towards the end of the retreat, by some pure chance, I started talking to him. It was very difficult because we didn't speak any common language, and his sister apparently spoke a bit of English, but still I could get a lot of really interesting information. It came out that this person, who is actually just doing full-time meditation since years, he had his Kundalini awakened some, was it 5 or 7 years ago from now? I forgot. Before that, he did some years of meditation practice, which, as far as I could understand, because of the language barrier, was some sort of alchemic lineage, some meditation based on the practices of the alchemists. I assume you understand that alchemy is not about making gold from something else. That was just some sort of a test on the way. Alchemy is about learning how to transform energies, how to be the master of your energies, and what is liberation if not being your own master, being absolutely independent, and being able to play with the energies around the way you wish. So he was doing some sort of European traditional pagan, I guess, meditation, and he had his Kundalini awakened. Now the very interesting part starts around that time. he got contacted by Hanuman. He never had any interest in the teachings of India, and indeed he has never heard about this person Hanuman in his entire life until he didn't pop up in his meditation. He even described me how it happened. First, a lot of small monkeys came, and then this huge monkey with a lot of gold decorations, and he described them to me. They looked quite in Indian style. And this huge monkey told him, "I'm Hanuman." And after that started having connection with him. So after his meditation, he actually had to look up information on the internet, and much to his surprise, he found out that yes, Hanuman is the name of a god who has the form of a monkey. So he read about his new friend on internet, and yes, so let's continue to even the more interesting part. Very recently, he had another visitor in his meditation, during his meditation. A blue person, a blue god, came to him and told him, "I'm Shiva." Well, yes, actually, we read about the sages in holy books from all around the world, and we admire them, and they look like beings that are so many steps above us. But because of this veneration we have in our hearts for them, sometimes maybe we fail to notice people who are on the same level but are just around the corner, just very near to us. And actually, they are such rishis nowadays amongst us, and God will direct us to one of them or some of them when the time is right. So this that happened recently. That is a recent development in his personal spiritual life. And so, why I'm telling this story? He spoke with Lord Shiva for some time, and actually he mentioned one of his main concerns that he has in his spiritual practice. He told him, "I'm doing meditation since this many years, and until now I actually haven't been able to find the guru that I can completely trust and surrender to." And Shiva replied to him that, "I'm the guru of all gurus. I'm the one who is teaching all the gurus. And you are my boy." And I think this pretty much tells it all. What it's not so much. It seems we're looking for the guru at the wrong place. And now back to my personal story. Have I found my guru? Yes, I have found him. But it will require a bit of explanation. Who is he? First of all, I have a number of teachers who are personalities different than mine. One of them is even classical Indian guru. But he's just one of the external teachers. You can see some videos of him on my YouTube channel. The real guru is inside. The real guru of me and everybody else is our higher self. And I'm telling this with such confidence because it's in the teachings of, for example, Nisargadatta Maharaj. And another source is Ramana Maharishi of this same wisdom. And by the way, mentioning Ramana Maharishi, he was recommended to that person from Central Europe. I'm not gonna disclose his identity because he's not a guru in any way. He doesn't have any students. I'm sharing such personal stuff about him without permission, only because I'm not disclosing his identity like that on internet. So actually, when he spoke with Shiva, Shiva himself recommended to him, as far as information on Guru is concerned, to read the teachings of Ramana Maharishi, who Shiva told him is actually his representative on earth. Yes, the inner self is the guru, but what does it mean? I mean, it sounds pretty abstract. What does it mean? I mean, we are in ignorance. We are looking to save ourselves, and we are our own guru. Are we supposed to be like Baron Munchausen, who what was it? He was in some danger, or what was the story? He caught himself by the hair and pulled himself out of somewhere, whatever. It sounds like that, but it's not. It's actually quite a scientific situation, so to say, and I'm gonna explain it. By higher self, I guess in India, there must have been such a meaning of the word Atma or Atman or something else, but nowadays this meaning seems to have been lost. And by higher self, I mean the subconscious part of our personality, which resides in the astral world and is fully conscious of itself. While we are incarnating here on earth, a part of us remains fully aware of its internal existence and kind of monitors what is its incarnation doing on earth, how is it learning its lessons here. And very interestingly, this was a conception, this concept of the self living one person, what we consider as a person living in a few different places, so to say, at the same time, was part of the New Age philosophy since quite some time and has been recently confirmed by science. When I say by science, I mean this psychotherapists who do past life regressions, and I have spoken a lot in my other videos about the past life regressions. They're a very scientific method. Many people have found their own graves from previous lives, and the information received during such regression sessions is quite accurate, actually. And there has been a lot of historic research done in this regard. So other information that is also channeled by people when they regress to previous times, and most importantly regress to the times when they're in between their incarnations and they're in the astral world. I think in the Hindu reference system this is called Pitriloka. So when we are in that state, we know much more, and over there many of the patients tell about their higher self, how it is existing always there in the spirit world. And many of them also tell us that different people, according to their abilities, take different percentage of their energy to earth when they come. For example, the souls that are weak and still in the beginning of their learning journey here on earth, they can take as much as 80% down here, because otherwise it may prove difficult for them. While experienced souls who have had many incarnations already can come with 20 or 30%. There are recorded and proven cases in which actually even ordinary souls like us can have one or more incarnations at the same time on earth. And the part that remains, the hub that is always there in Pitraloka, on the astral plane, that is the central self. That is our real guru. And when we open more and more to our true identity, we'll become more and more aware directly about the teachings that come from this real guru of ours. Well, I hope I made it clear to some extent. In general, maybe I should close the topic about the guru with a quotation from this German shaman Maria, that the time of the gurus is over. Now a new age is starting where we all need to help each other on the spiritual path to become aware. I personally more and more believe in this new age idea, although I personally think it will be at least 300-400 years more to come before the new beautiful world will actually start manifesting, and things will become much worse, and they will be worse for decades, if not hundreds of years. And probably there will be a lot of destruction on mass scale on Earth. And if we listen to this video now, have little chance to see the new beautiful Earth. But still, this process has started, and I think the human race is getting nearer to its original design of magical and advanced beings, because at the moment we are pretty downgraded version of the original human. And this magical telepathic human of the future will not need any third party to connect him to God, to tell him what God wants. It's all about perceiving it yourself. So yes, external teachers, I'm not against external teachers. I do have such myself, a number of them. But as long as I don't mistake them for the real guru, then they're okay. Adiyanta Shiva Purana Sakala Kaja Hara Hara Mahadeva Shiva 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 Shankara.